Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on Apollo Nida. Apollo is Phaedra Parks from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I guess you could say also from the Married to Medicine, her ex-husband. Well, he did get remarried after those two divorced, and he most recently, earlier this year, got arrested for allegedly putting his hands on his new wife. He did post bail quickly after he got arrested, but it's like, come on, Apollo, have you not learned your lesson? You spent enough time behind bars. Do you really want to go back there again? I never understand if couples get to the point where they're no longer in love, they feel it's necessary to put hands on each other. That's when you should just go to divorce court. Just go directly to the divorce court and call that thing a wrap, okay? So Roa star Phaedra Parks' ex-husband Apollo Nida arrested for assault after his wife calls the cops. So Real Housewives of Atlanta star Phaedra Parks' ex-husband Apollo Nida was arrested after his wife Sherien accused him of getting physical with her. In Touch can exclusively state. According to the court documents obtained by In Touch, Sherien called the police on Apollo 45 on March 11th. So we're just now hearing about this, and it's like the end of July. The police report said Sherien, listed as Sherien Copes, told officers that she had just come home from a bar with friends and had 3 alcoholic drinks. She said they started having a verbal argument about how they were cheating on each other. So it's like both of them are disrespecting the vows. She cheating, he cheating. It's a whole hot mess. Sherien said during the argument, Apollo showed her video of her kissing another man. Yikes. Okay. Where am I at? The report said she said Apollo pulled her by her hair and pushed her against the refrigerator. Sherien said the two proceeded to get into a scuffle. She said she ran outside and called for help. She said she went back inside to get her phone and Apollo had left. Police said Sherien showed them surveillance video of the verbal altercation. However, they said it did not show the physical altercation. Apollo showed up to the home and spoke to officers. He claimed that while they were arguing, he tried to take her phone from her. He said that while trying to take her phone, she balled up onto the ground to protect her phone, and Apollo said he took her phone. He said she ran outside to call for help, but he came outside to give her back the phone. Officer said Sherien declined medical attention at the scene. Now that was him, and when him and Phaedra were together. Okay, Phaedra looks totally different now. The report noted she did not have any marks or bruises that showed she was in a physical altercation. Now, I hope she was not lying when she called the cops and made this report. Apollo was placed into custody and charged with domestic violence and simple assault. He was transported to the local jail and processed. Jail records obtained by In Touch show Apollo posted a $3,000 bond and was released hours after being booked. Last month, prosecutors charged Apollo with 1 misdemeanor count of simple battery, family violence. A hearing took place last month, but the court records do not indicate if Apollo entered a plea or has hired an attorney. The charging document read, I, Keith E. Grammage, Solicitor General for the County of Fulton, State of New Jersey, and the name on behalf of the citizens of Georgia do hereby charge and accuse Apollo Edward Nida with the offense of simple battery, family violence, a misdemeanor for that said accused in the County of Fulton, State of Georgia, on or about March 11, 2024, did intentionally make physical contact of an insulting and provoking nature with the person of Sherien Copes, who is the present spouse of accused, by pulling her by her hair and pushing her. Sherien tells In Touch it's a huge blowout between a married couple that has brought us much closer since then. See, this is the shenanigans with these couples, right? Bad Baby is currently going through this. I mean, we saw video footage of this man dropping her on concrete, like slamming her on concrete ground. And then she showed us pictures herself of a black eye out the hair, swollen. She ain't but a minute big. And then next thing you know, she French kissed to him in the video talking about we still together. Violence brings you closer together. I mean, what type of relationship is that? And where do they do that at? Okay. She said, we have worked through our issues and have been going to couples therapy. She said, the end. Last year, Apollo asked the court to terminate his probation in his federal criminal case early. In 2014, he was sentenced to 8 years in prison for bank fraud and identity theft. He was facing up to 30 years in prison before reaching a plea deal. Phaedra filed for divorce while Apollo was locked up. Apollo was sentenced to serve an additional 5 years on probation after his release in 2019. So 2019, 5 years, let me see, 2020, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2024 sometime you figure his 5 year probation afterwards would be up. Because I'm like, even with this misdemeanor of this family violence or DV, couldn't that be breaking your probation? I don't know. But anyway, in his plea deal, Apollo argued he had turned his life around. Prosecutor opposed the request. The judge ended up denying the request. As In Touch previously reported, Phaedra is in talks to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Whew, this is a lot. Let me say this. Couples have the right. If you want to save your marriage, save your marriage. It's not our business, right? But if both of you were accusing each other of cheating on each other, you cheating, he cheating, and y'all accusing each other of cheating, and y'all arguing and fighting about it, and then he gets arrested and has to post a bond, and now after the fact y'all decide to go to therapy and you're going to tell everybody it's all good, mind your business, pretty much. This is crazy. And so people, let me see how I want to approach this. I want to say this. People stay in these situations when they have the opportunity to go. All I could say is to Sherien, don't come to us later with no lawsuit talking about you was in this abusive marriage and he did XYZ to you and you couldn't leave because this was your perfect opportunity to run out the door, and you said through counseling all is well and everything's good. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. I would never. Let me say this. I didn't picture Apollo to be the type to be putting his hands on anybody. But I will say this, it does sound like maybe her initial report, she was putting a little 20 on 10 because the cops themselves said they didn't see any bruises. It didn't seem like she was in an altercation. And I could see her doing the most. We learned from Jonathan Majors and what's her name? Jabari. I forgot her first name really quick. That this fights over these cell phones could get ugly. Because remember, the whole thing with Jonathan Majors and Jabari was they got into a scuffle because she wanted to see who he was texting on that cell phone. Child, maybe these cell phones are dangerous. Anyway, guys, chat with me. I'll chat back. Hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.